So this is our war number 2. We are against Newn, which they are probably the best alliance for war. I start out on path 6 here with my best team that I bring into a war every single time. Magneto, Doom, and the pre-fight god himself, Reed Richards. So basically, this one isn't going to be a difficult fight. The only thing to remember about this one is that there is strike back. So basically, I have to be smart about how I throw my specials. So my game plan here is to save up to an SP3 and just kill him with that. So basically, we're playing around the rage charges and everything. He's at 16, so when he throws this special, he'll go unblockable, which then just have to play smart, don't get hit, because it slowly goes down. I like to intercept him because I feel comfortable intercepting with my boy Magneto, so no issue there. Just waiting out the unblockable again, so then I can do what I do best, parry heavy. Just going to build up the prowess charges, so nothing too crazy here. Just throwing SP3s at 51%. I'm boosted completely because I have way too many 30% boosts, so that kills him no problem. So next fight, I was kind of nervous about just because I don't really like fighting Arcus. He freaks me out still, even though he's the easiest fight in the world with Doom. The one thing that I had to remember about this fight was Power Alternator. So basically, he's going to gain hardly any power over a bar of power, but if I'm trying to work up to my SP3 and I screw up where I'm not watching the timer, that could be an easy kill for him. So I'm just going to keep trying to bait out the SP1s here. Block some charges. I'm going to nullify his power because I don't want him getting too crazy with that. So I throw my SP2 here just in case I mess up and he gets closer to a bar. In case the power alternator kicks on. So bait the SP1, he gets my SP1, which isn't difficult at all. Just keep baiting the SP1s. It's a pretty simple fight here on out. SP1, power alternator just kicked in, so I'm free to save my SP3. SP3 kills him no problem. As you can see, Doom's still at 100%, so one of my goals is to always try not to use as many potions as possible, but still play smart, so we're starting out pretty well right now. Didn't lose anything on Magneto, didn't lose anything on Arcus. So this fight was originally built for Dap, but Dap had some stuff he had to take care of, and I still had some boosts left, so I told Taters, I'm good to take it with the boosts I have left if you want me to. He said, yeah, go ahead. So this fight, nothing crazy. Basically, he's just going to get a bunch of Furies because I'm going to hit him a bunch. So just got to play smart around that. So as you can see, he already has 4 Furies. I'm going to start trying to nullify some of them. And every time I nullify, obviously he gets shocked, and then I can just heavy. I'm going to try to throw as many SP1s as possible, because as you can see, he likes to steal power. So we're just going to keep throwing SP1s. Obviously I nullified too much here, so now I have to go to the SP3, which is not the end of the world. Besides this wonderful long animation. And this fight's pretty much in hand at this point. Still have my 30% boost on, so it was no issue whatsoever. I'm going to get to a bar of power and then throw the SP1 just because I didn't want to screw up and let him gain that much power. I didn't want to slip up if I missed my SP1. I wanted to make sure I had enough wiggle room there. Just bait the SP2, and then one more SP3 to finish him off. Pretty simple fight. I just had to make sure I didn't get hit with all those Furies because he could easily one combo me with 6 Furies. So just playing a little passive there. Easy KO. Now, then I have the shared mini on 24, which is going to be the Surfer right up here. Basically, every time he throws a special, I can be shocked with every buff that I get. So if you use Doom, this is the easiest fight in the world. Shock immune, also armor break immune. So it's nothing difficult for Doom at all with this fight. Just gotta do the Doom cycle and kill him. So, parry to start off. Look how much damage I'm doing already. One combo is 16%, so this is looking pretty well in hand already. Throw the SP1 because I don't like his SP2 and how far he comes across the map. So, 14k medium. Or heavy. Insane. I always dex the back part of the SP1, which probably shouldn't in this fight because of the uh, power drain, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't get any willpower healing, unfortunately, because I am armor break immune. So I'm just gonna keep dodging them and just doing the medium, light, medium, or heavy. Just rinse him that way. Gain enough power to throw the SP1, nullified his buff, and then SP2 just to finish it because why take a little more parry damage when I have the SP2 to kill him? So no stress there whatsoever. Then I waited for Taters. We planned it out so that way I could just boost one time for my whole section 2. So went out, went back in. Taters moved up to Gilly. I am on path 1 here. So these are going to be super simple fights. I have enough Power Start 1 boosts, so we were going to use that just to be on the safe side. I'm still not going to heal up. I'm still looking in good shape. Throw on the PS1, and pretty easy once you nullify his rod. So as soon as I get in the fight here, I'm going to dex, beta heavy, throw the SP1, cakewalk from here on out. Can parry him no problem. Just do the normal Doom fight from here on out. I am going to bait the SP1s just because it's nice and easy. He does get the regen buff, so I try to get to an SP3 as soon as possible. Like, he's barely healing, so it's not the end of the world. But I'm going to throw the SP3 here just because it does so much damage. I was planning on waiting until he had a little more power, but then again, I didn't really care. So it does so much damage, it's not the end of the world. So medium, medium, light, 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 SP1. I should have medium there. I don't know what I was doing there because that's a free 2 bars of power. So, and then I dex too late. Good thing Doom, resists everything. So resists everything on the end of the special. So doesn't do hardly any damage there, and rinse him down. So now I hate Mysterio more than any other champ in this game when I'm fighting him. For whatever reason, he has my number on defense. There is a reason I no longer take encroaching stun, and it is this man right here on top of me just being terrible at encroaching stun. So this fight, though, since he has the regen, he has Lionheart, but it doesn't hurt Magneto, which is super nice. So basically, it's just a normal Magneto fight at this point. He tries to regen every single time because he has Buffet. So anytime he will nullify my buffs, but he doesn't gain any health because of the negative 105% reduced healing. So, he doesn't regen. He degens a tiny bit, but not enough to make any notice. And there's why I hate him right there. He just throws the random heavies at you, which it's really annoying. I throw the SP2 because I get cocky and think it's going to kill him. So, and I block the first part of the SP1 because it makes everything a lot easier for me. So, I waited out just because I don't want to get that damage dealt back to me. I'm not totally sure if it works against Magneto. I'm 99% sure it does, though, because if he isn't armor broken, he can't be ability accuracy reduced. So I'm assuming that once you deal damage during his SP1, it retaliates back to you. And I don't fight that Doom. I just go straight to the boss island, help res with some energy, and then I am one of the only people that has invul boosts left. So I don't like Killmonger much either on this node because he gains so much freaking power. So I use the invuln just to be safe because I don't want to add a death. I also didn't potion up because at 92% I figured that was going to be enough, which next time I definitely will. But basically, name of the game is just make sure I heavy him to keep that armor break up because reverb can get nasty. I'm going to throw as many SP1s as I can just to keep his power down. Uh, because I plan on blocking almost all of his SP1s because I don't want to get caught by one because he does have Aspect of Evolution and that freaks me out because he gains so much damage. As you can see, he's just destroying me through my block as is, and it just gets worse and worse since I just teeter him across the 1 bar power threshold at all times. So I'm definitely going to play this fight a lot different next time. I'm going to try to get to the full Doom cycle because he does a ton of damage through block. So if I didn't have a rank 3 and I wasn't boosted as high as you can boost, well, I don't have my health boosts on, but I have 15 percenters where instead of the 30 percenters. So basically, I'm just trying to play as safe as possible because I don't want to get clipped. Because if I get clipped, I'm worried he could, one combo me. So I'm just gonna play as passive as possible. He doesn't green the indestructible charges because he does have the armor break on him. So Doom is by far the best for this fight, just because you can control his power a little bit and you can put the armor break on him at all time. I imagine Cosmic Ghost Rider would be alright for it, but I think his power is just too insane to deal with at that point. Like, you would have to be, you know, ducking everything, and with Cosmic Ghost Rider, you don't want to. So, I like this matchup more than anything else. So, I mean, I try not to question any of Tater's matchups too much just because they're pretty much flawless. The only one that I can remember that wasn't was that I personally took was Doom into the Chitus Thorns, or Chitnus, whatever the heck that name is, against Colossus, because in theory you should be able to nullify right at the get-go, but they play too aggressive where Doom touches them with his SP1. Like, I even tried to back all the way up, but he dashed right in as I was throwing my SP1, so I touched him and it bled me to death. So that was the only fight that I didn't like. But other than that, Taters has been absolutely flawless over the, what is it, 6 seasons I've been here now. So anything he does, I pretty much believe. But we ended up losing the war. We had a decent go, but we ended up losing. I mean, Newn is top tier, so it was still a good fight. But next one we'll get him. All right, have a good day.